Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Yukon Bob video. I am very close to my launch site this morning because I spent the night in this hotel here, motel, Yukon Lodge in Huntsville, Ontario, in the heart of Muskoka country. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to ride three different lakes. I'm going to ride a lake called Peninsula Lake, a lake called Vernon Lake, and a lake called Fairy Lake. They're all connected right here out of Huntsville. And I've done this ride only once before, so this is my second time doing this ride. And I think the launch for me today, because I'm right here, I was at this hotel or motel last night, is only about 5 minutes away from here. I think it's somewhere just down over the water over there. Gonna find that and get everything in the water, and we're gonna go for a ride today on those three lakes out of the Huntsville area. So come along with us as we have a look at these three lakes near Huntsville. Well, this boat ramp is literally 2 minutes away from the hotel I was at last night, or the motel. This is the Avery Park Beach, or Avery Beach Park, something like that. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a lineup to get in here this morning. I thought it would be pretty quiet today, being a Tuesday, but we've got a few vehicles backed up here, and it looks like somebody's still trying to get in over there. So it may take a couple of minutes to get in here, but it's a free launch, and it's also, I believe, free parking here as well. So that's great. That's great. That guy there is going to move over for me. There's another pad just on the other side with a bit of a gravel launch, which is all I need, and I can get in over there. Well, this lake is just like glass this morning. It's absolutely beautiful out here, and it's supposed to stay that way for most of the day today. And it'll be a great day to explore these three lakes, which are, as I said, are all interconnected. I'm coming out of Vernon Lake here at Avery Beach Park is the launch area. Down that way is where I'm going to go first, so I'll go down and do all of Vernon Lake. I'll come back this way, go down through the end down there, and it'll take me into Fairy Lake, and then further down it'll take me into this lake called Peninsula Lake. So that's the plan for today. Just kind of explore this body of water, look around out here. It's going to be a beautiful day. Looking forward to it a lot. And I'm on the water early this morning because I was right here. So God, I can't believe how close it was for me to get here. Like literally, I didn't know that. It was literally 3 minutes across the road from the motel that I was staying in, which was just up over there. So this should be a good day. I think I got everything set up here. Just renewed the Navionics app this morning I renewed it. The subscription had come up. It was almost $100 Canadian, 90 something, 91.92 to renew that subscription for Navionics. So it was more pricey than I remember, unless the price has gone up quite a bit. But tax and the conversion to Canadian dollars, yeah, just about $92 for Navionics for a year. But I use it quite a bit, so it's worth it. I also use the Garmin too, but I like Navionics. So no, not a massive game plan for today. Basically just explore these three lakes, go around them, have a look around. Maybe there's some spot on the lakes later on in the day to have lunch. I'm on early. It's about 9:30 in the morning and I'm already on the lake. So we're just going to explore and have a look around and show you some of this country out here. And there might be a place you want to come to if you live in this area. If you haven't been to these lakes, I'll give you a little sample of what it's like out here. The main highway. There is another launch on this lake, and it's right over there. The very first time I came here, this is the first spot I came to. It's kind of just a sandbar launch, though, and you kind of have to back in a long way to get into the water. And I was concerned about getting too far into the water with the trailer and then with the car tires. Actually, the water was up to the door frame of the car, so that's how far I had to go in. So I didn't like that. I left there and I went over to Avery Park and launched over there, which is where I launched from today. But this is just kind of a public beach area through here. It's really kind of nice. It's shallow here. There are weeds coming right out of this black water here, so it's not the best launch. Even for a Sea-Doo, I didn't like that launch in there, so I don't recommend that one. Use the one right in town, Avery Park. Lots of scum on the water through here. Don't think I want to go down there. All this red indicating very, very shallow. There's probably a little connection in between these two, but I don't think I'll go find out. I still love how in large parts of this lake, Vernon Lake, there's a lot of area where there's just kind of undeveloped land, like right along here, just this rock granite cliff. Still untouched areas. There's a lot of cottages around the lake, but there are chunks, like through here, where there's really nothing. Now that would be pretty hard to build on. Although, from what I've seen around different lakes in Muskoka and areas that I've been to, you can build on anything. If you've got the technology and the concrete base you can pour, you can build just about anything. That tree has seen its lifespan. All that's left now to do is to decay and meld into the water and become nutrient. Yikes! Just got under there. Pretty deep in this area considering how close to shore we are there. It's about 24 feet of water right there. So I've always wanted to just do a little experiment and see what it would be like to try and paddle a Sea-Doo. I've got this paddle here with me, but I've never really tried it out. So if you were stranded somewhere, and that's fully extended, how would it be to paddle? Well, we are not moving very fast. I think this would be a very difficult thing to paddle. If you were out anywhere, any distance out, you wouldn't be able to paddle very far. I mean, if you're right by the shoreline or something, maybe you could paddle yourself in. But, yeah, this is pretty difficult. It's not that long, but you can kind of reach from the seat. You can hit the water and you can get a little bit of a momentum. But if you had to keep doing this, like from side to side, you're not going to get very far, you're not going to get very fast. If you're close to the shore, you might be able to get yourself into the shore, but any distance out, I don't think this is going to be a lot of use. But I carry it anyway, keep it with me. Shut the engine off. Just how peaceful and quiet it is out here on this lake. There's not another boat around anywhere on the lake that I can see right now. And it's just so quiet. Once the waves stop a little bit, And once I shut up, you'll see how quiet it is. Isn't that nice? Just so nice and peaceful. Well, that is just about Vernon Lake. I've just about gone around it. It is, you know, it's a good-sized lake, but it's not huge. It's not the Lake of Bayside or Bayside size or anything like that, but it is connected. I think it's about 65 kilometers, this whole stretch of lake system, Vernon Lake, Fairy Lake, and then down to Peninsula Lake. It's about 65 kilometers long, so that's quite a ways. And then they've each got their own unique characteristics. So I think we're going to move off of Vernon Lake now, go back onto the bridge and the highway, and move over to the next lake, which is right by Huntsville, by the town site of Huntsville. We'll go past the town site, and that is Fairy Lake. So I feel sometimes like I'm operating in a bit of a vacuum out here on the Sea-Doo, making these YouTube videos. Looking for a little feedback from you guys on the videos themselves. I don't know, you know, sometimes I think they sometimes are getting a little bit long, 20, 25 minutes, even 30 minutes long sometimes. I don't know if anybody's getting all the way through that. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Are they too long? Is there too much talking for me? There kind of has to be talking for me on a solo trip because there's really nobody else around. I'm really just the only guy out here, it's just me. But I could do less talking, maybe just more scenery, more music, more videos, a little more drone stuff. I don't know. Just looking for a little bit of feedback from you guys so I have some idea when putting these things together and making these videos, whether I'm kind of giving you what you want, because I'm kind of working in isolation here and I'm not really all that sure sometimes about where I'm going with some of this stuff. So I do think sometimes it's getting a little long when I'm hitting up around 30 minutes. You really got to be into it to get through 30 minutes, but maybe you are, I'm not sure. Leave a little feedback in the comment section down below so I've got an idea of what maybe to do better for next time, or what I could cut out, or what I could add more of. So let me know. So I think I was told that that bridge back there, that railway crossing, is sort of the dividing line, I think, between Fairy Lake and Vernon Lake, which is the lake I was just on. So this little canal area, this little river area will take us right through downtown Huntsville, and then we're going to be in Fairy Lake. I think I'll put the hat on for a little while. I've got suntan lotion on, but I can feel the forehead getting a little bit warm, so I'll just put the ball cap on for a little bit. Should help a bit. Just making our way through this little river, then we're going to go right through the town of Huntsville. I'll show you some of the water line, the shoreline of Huntsville as we go through. Just pulled into the Huntsville dock here, and I think I'll put the DJI Air 3 up into the air and get a little flight over the Huntsville area. I'm flying it off the dock, so it'll be a little safer than flying it off the Sea-Doo, and it doesn't have to track me. All I have to do is fly it, so let's give it a shot. Okay, a couple of quick shots of Huntsville from the air. Now we're going to make our way over into Fairy Lake and see what the heck that looks like. I think there's some more of the Huntsville shoreline to go along though. Looks like a good spot for lunch in a little bit. Looks like it's a Boston Pizza. Yeah, it is the Boston Pizza. A Boston Pizza with its own little lighthouse entranceway. It's Probably the only one in Canada that has that. Little fishing spot as well. Are you catching anything? You got 3. You got 4. You got 3, he's got 4. Did you catch anything? They're beating you. Love this little rock wall all the way along here. That's sort of the whole idea behind this Sea-Doo channel. Just kind of get out, see different places, see different lakes. For me, it's not about speed and racing around the lake. It's about seeing stuff out here. And that's why I like to take you guys along on all these trips that I go on, just so that you can see where I've been. If you live in the area and you've got a Sea-Doo or a boat, maybe there are places you can go to too. Or if not, you can just kind of live vicariously through me a little bit and just kind of come along with me on these little adventures and see what I see. There's a nice little spot to have an afternoon beer right up there in the Adirondack chairs. Canada geese. Just busily eating. Just below the water line and actually kind of connected to the bottom. It's a big log sticking right out of the water. Just blends right in with the blackness of the water. That is why you've always got to keep your eyes open even when you're out in the middle of the lake. So we're on Fairy Lake. It's not as big a lake as Vernon Lake. A little smaller. So the last video I did on this lake, which I think was a couple of years ago, I called the video 3 Lakes One Day because I did all 3 of the lakes, Vernon, Peninsula, and Fairy Lake. But there is a 4th lake. You can take this system here, this river system, and I think there's 1 lock you've got to go through, and then you can go down to a 4th lake called Mary Lake. Now I'd like to go down there and say that this video would be called 4 Lakes in One Day, but I just talked to a guy at the dock back a little while ago when I launched, and he said it's a long way down there on this river, kind of windy. It's got this 10-kilometer no wake zone all the way down, so he didn't really advise it. He said there's not much to see once you get down there, so I think this video is also going to be 3 lakes one day. I won't be getting that 4th lake in. It also takes a fair amount of time to go all the way down there. They come all the way back at that speed. So anyway, it's down that way, and there is a lock up there, but not today for Yukon, Bob. It's only going to be 3 lakes one day today. So from Fairy Lake, I'll go down to the end of that and go around it, and then we're going to go through another little river section and go into Peninsula Lake. And the Peninsula Lake, I think, is where the Deerhurst Lodge is. It's a fairly famous lodge in southern Ontario. Been there a lot of years. Shania Twain got her start partly at Deerhurst Lodge. She used to sing there as a young kid before stardom hit. So some memories for her there for sure. There are some really big properties on Fairy Lake. I think the properties that I've seen along the shoreline on this lake are even bigger than the ones that I saw on Vernon Lake. Like, look at this thing up here. Kind of a modern looking structure, but I mean, do you have enough boats and toys down here? Probably not. What a complex that is. Looks relatively new too, doesn't it? But wow, talk about window space. Well, that didn't take all that long to get down the length of Fairy Lake. So we're at the end of Fairy Lake now, and this is the little river that will take us from Fairy Lake over to Peninsula Lake, which is You can kind of see it there. Here we are here. We got to go up to that other lake up there. Okay, we go under that highway, and then we're in Peninsula Lake. That's the end of the canal and Peninsula Lake. Lovely little property here, the entrance to the canal. And then right back behind is another beautiful property a little bit further up on the hill. Now that's the way I want to go kayaking. Somebody just kind of pulling you along and navigating too. Nice. Right over there, that's the Deerhurst Lodge Hotel Resort on Peninsula Lake. Never been there. I know some people who owned a unit in there. Very popular in the summertime. Let's take a drive over there. Could be lots of swimmers and stuff in the water here. I have to take it really slow and easy through here because there's a lot of people with kayaks, paddle boards, all that kind of stuff. Well, we are back in the downtown area of Huntsville, and I think I'm going to wrap this Yukon Bob video up right here in Huntsville. I'm going to pull in either to that spot over there or that spot over there, one of the two, I haven't decided yet, have lunch, and then I just got to go a little ways around the corner to load the Sea-Doo up and pull it out of the water and head home. Been a great day today. I was right here at the lake this morning because I stayed in the motel the night before, so it took me like 10 minutes to get to the lake, if that. And I did 3 lakes today. I did Vernon Lake, I did Ferry Lake, and I did Peninsula Lake. So it's been a nice day. I've enjoyed the day in the water. It was beautiful this morning. It's got a little bit windier on Peninsula Lake towards the end of the day, but nothing too bad. So that's it for this Yukon Bob video. Thanks very much, guys, for coming along. We'll see you out on the water somewhere. If not, till then, stay safe on the water, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.